also say in Nigerian politics we learn a lot. When you're in power, nobody appreciates you. The day you leave, that's when the accolades start coming in. And I'm seeing that in what is going on in this country right now. Let me also say, as Christians, you could also observe, even in the, especially if we go to the Chronicles that say so much about the kings, they will say a whole lot of things, but when you get, it summarizes in concluding what those kings stand for. You could say, oh, King Dino Melaye was ABCD, but at the end, he did that, which was either evil in the sight of God or was good in the sight of God. But I think today I'm glad every single statement made here, my brothers, the legal luminary, the Mike himself, said so that it doesn't actually flatter anybody. But you could actually read from every single lips today that what he said could also fall under that chronicle, that Mr. President did that, which was good, not only in the sight of God, but in the sight of everybody and all admirers in this country. But let's also learn a lesson. We are in a changing world. Things change, people change, situations change, activities change. The world must continue to change. The only thing that will not change and has never changed is the Almighty. So when people say it was meant to be so by God, and you cannot take that away from him. So I really want to thank God because we have a time today to say good things about our leader when he's still very strong, he's agile, he's still running a whole lot, serving the continent, serving the country, still mentoring a whole lot of people, and serving as inspiration to so many people. We want to say we appreciate you, sir, and that's why people like us needed to be here. But above all, when people were talking about your level of humility, they don't know what that has meant to somebody like me. You see, somebody who has shown humility at your, low moment, you can never forget such a person. When I lost my father, in our tradition in this house, a lot of people will expect that you have to come with drinks, come and prostrate to invite them before they show up. Just a little letter to Mr. President. He drove all the way by road from Bayelsa with the wife, Mama P, to come and attend and pay us a condolence. Sir, I'm eternally indebted to you for that show of humility, and that condolence means a whole lot for me, my family, and I think my entire community. Is something we can never forget. And the rest of the people who did similar thing to us. So that's why no matter how tight today could have been, my wife is running a program today which I supposed to have been there, but I said no, let me try and honor somebody. Because God told in 1 Samuel, he said, to those who honor me, I will honor. So you've honored God, you've honored your country, you've honored humanity, you've honored so many people, including people like us. And we only pray that in this life, God will continue to honor you. There's no point people just trying to, I just review, I read you like a book all the time. You are that, I don't know how to call it, that signage of God's mercy, God's love, anytime, any day. I keep saying so, that what God has destined for man, no man can change it. Except that man can stop the sun from rising. That's when he can only change it. But no man can stop the sun from rising. So no matter what happens, it was meant to be so. And that's how God destined it. Because God says the heart of the king is in his hands. He turned it how he wants it. So it wasn't yourself that changed that. It was God that made it that way. And God has a purpose. So God is a God of purpose. So I really appreciate that purpose and what you've done for this country. Above all, in Nigeria, at that time, we were all praying for peace. You can only pray to God, but you cannot tell God how to answer your prayer. If God chooses that way to answer our prayer for peace, may God continue to make you that epitome of peace throughout your lifetime. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.